All right, so welcome everybody. Good morning to you. It's 11:30 in the morning Eastern Time, 8:30 on the West Coast, and you can adjust for wherever you're joining us from. And by the way, let me know where you are joining me from. Use the chat box or the Q&A box. Let me know what city you're joining me from. This is the next in our series of daily online events to help businesses like yours and mine deal with the current environment and bring the business community together. If you're not sure where the Q&A box is or the chat box, I see a few of you have already found it. I see Windermere, Florida. Great. Farmington Hills, Michigan, and Birchwood, Wisconsin. Awesome. Great to have you here. If you haven't found the Q&A or chat box yet, move the mouse down to the bottom of the screen, and that will reveal a black bar. The arrow on screen that you see, that red arrow, points to where you'll find the Q&A box. Here's what I'm going to teach you in the next 20 minutes. It's how to do more business with your existing clients and customers, even in today's environment. So I want you to take notes and ask questions. Are you ready? Let's get started. And by the way, this is just a 20-minute version of a class I normally teach that's about an hour long. So let me ask you this question. Does something like this look familiar? Today I'm going to talk about some powerful ways that you can really tip the scales in your favor. Repeat sales and customer loyalty are undoubtedly some of the most critical aspects of a small business. Being sustainable and able to experience healthy growth. And in this environment, wow, is that ever going to be a challenge? So you sent emails, you bought ads, you mailed postcards, you composed tweets and posts and pins to get people interested. You get people on the phone, online. Unfortunately, we can't meet people in person. And finally, after a few weeks or even months, maybe your work has paid off. And by the way, that's actually two people that are watching each other online, not in person. Hey, for many business owners, the answer might be, I've got to do this again and again and again. And attracting and acquiring new customers and clients is an essential and never-ending pursuit for all businesses, isn't it? But there's also another way to grow your sales. It's more effective and, oh, by the way, cost-effective. And that is to sell to the clients who already know who you are. So here's what I'm going to cover in the next 20 minutes. It's why customer loyalty and retention are so important. Methods for repeat business and customer loyalty. Tools to help you get repeat sales and retain clients. And then strategies to get them coming back to you. My name's Ken Countess. I'm managing director of the Countess Group. I've spent 40 years as a marketer, and I'm in my 20th year helping businesses as an independent consultant, helping businesses of all sizes grow. And before my 20-year stint as a consultant, I spent over 2 decades at big companies, Fortune 100 companies, actually Fortune 50 companies. And today we represent not only ourselves as consultants with a wealth of experience. We've got 40 people on our team, but we also represent some of the biggest names in business. What we do is we help businesses like yours gain an unfair advantage over your competition. Over my 40 years, I've done it all. Marketing, communications, crisis communications, new product launches, lead generation, just about everything. And if you need help, reach out to me after this session. So let's start by getting clear together on why repeat business is so important, shall we? It's because all businesses want loyal clients. And did you know that 82% of businesses say that client retention is cheaper than client acquisition? By the way, that's according to research done by the digital marketing firm eConsultancy. But yet, despite these facts, the businesses don't prioritize building client loyalty. 44% focus more on client acquisition than retention. Only 16% say, I focus more on retention. Wow, that makes it pretty expensive to do business, doesn't it? Why not do more business with the companies that are already your customers? They know who you are. Adding new clients may boost revenue in the short term, but retaining them often makes a much better, longer term impact on your business. So let me talk about client lifetime value, or CLV. When you start a business for any kind, you want to get people in the door, but your goal shouldn't be just to do that one-time transaction. Your real objective is to keep them coming back, whether it's face-to-face, although obviously that's not something we can do very much of at the moment, or online. Right? We want to continue to cultivate a relationship. So here's what a client lifetime value formula looks like. It's the sales amount times the number of transactions they do with you times the average retention value, retention time. And that is your client lifetime value, or CLV. So let's put it into practice. Let's say a typical client spends $30 on yoga classes every month for a year. The lifetime value of that customer is $360. Now, if you spent $100 on advertising and other offers to get somebody in the door, you're making a profit. But if you spent $100 and that person only sticks with you for 2 months, you wind up losing money. Well, that's not very good. It's a good way to go out of business. So how do you increase client lifetime value? Let's take a look. Companies that have been surveyed by eConsultancy, who I mentioned earlier, named these strategies as the most effective. Improvements to client services, about 42%. Personalized interactions, and again, could be face-to-face, these days online or by phone. Cross-selling or upselling, and more effective use of data, and client segmentation. Learning their buying habits is so important. So there really are 3 tactics for automating repeat sales. Those things that I showed you a moment ago, they're not things you want to have to do manually time and time and time again. You don't want to manually send emails. You don't want to have to pick up the phone and leave voicemails again and again and again, do you? So let's go to an example of a yoga studio. I mentioned it earlier. A first-time yoga class participant won't necessarily become a loyal yogi without strategic planning around their client life cycle. So after the first class, how do you encourage someone to sign up for another class? And by the way, I live in the Orlando area. There are lots of studios that are doing classes online now and simply asking for a donation to help them keep it going. So what else could you do to earn more business from those people? If they stop coming, how do you win them back? So let's take a look at a couple of tactics that any business can use to earn another sale. 1, send a welcome email and make it count. In business, like most anything else, first impressions matter. In a survey by ClickFox, a provider of consumer experience analytics, nearly half of customers identified their initial purchase as the most critical time for a business to gain their loyalty. So start the relationship off with your clients right on the right foot. Set yourself up for repeat sales by using client management software. Okay? That'll allow you to send welcome emails after a client makes their first purchase or a lead signs up to receive emails or get promotions from your business. So in that automated email or a welcome email or series of emails, you could do things like send a thank you for supporting your business, an introduction to your business, and other services or values you offer. Offer them answers to frequently asked questions. Send them educational content related to offerings. Maybe it's a short video that you could even snap on your smartphone these days. And offer suggestions for related services or products. Maybe you can even offer a discount on their next purchase. On average, welcome emails have an open rate of nearly 58%. That's compared to 15% for other emails. People love to hear from businesses they love doing business with. And that welcome email can go a long way toward helping you build your business. Next, ask for an upsell or cross-sell. So for instance, if you have that yoga studio, although classes are the main attraction of a yoga studio, and again, these days online classes, you'd ideally sell complementary products and services to gain additional business from your existing clients. And as you map out the customer life cycle, and I hope you attended yesterday's 30-minute webinar that I spent most of that time on the 9 stages rather of the customer life cycle. And by the way, I'll be doing a 2-hour class on that sometime during April. You can gain additional, or rather pair related offers like beginner classes or yoga mats. The yoga mat would be a cross-sell, or advanced classes, or an all-day yoga workshop. That too would be an upsell. These offers have become practically standard on e-commerce sites, haven't they? Notice how much of your homepage real estate Amazon dedicates to upsells. And that's because the strategy works well for e-commerce sites. 12% of website revenues typically are generated from product recommendations. According to Brilliance, they're a provider of personalized website technology. And you could also include your upsell and cross-sell offers in an email, whether it's a new client welcome email or a separate email about the products you sell if you have a yoga studio at that studio. The one tricky part, though, is what if you send a yoga mat email to someone who already bought a yoga mat from you? That's where segmentation comes in. By the way, along the way, if you're watching on Zoom, go ahead and add comments and questions in the chat and Q&A boxes. And if you happen to be watching on Facebook Live, go ahead and put some comments in the chat area there, and I'll address them after the session is over. Okay, so let's talk about segmentation. Using client management software, you can segment your leads and clients either manually or automatically as the result of automated actions that ensure your offer reaches only the people who will find it relevant. So you can use the software then to remind them to buy again automatically. Now, this is a strategy. Reminders are a strategy that doctors and dentists have used for decades, except now you don't need a secretary or an administrative assistant to mail the postcards. With client management software, you can encourage clients to make another purchase by scheduling automated reminder emails, where a simple timer triggers the email to be sent after a predetermined length of time. It's built into the software. So the yoga studio, for example, could check in with clients they haven't seen in 6 weeks. And it might say something like, as you see in this image, "Hey, first name, we've missed you at yoga lately. Would you be interested in doing a class this week? Check out our schedule here and let us know if we can answer any questions." And then you can include links to make things easier for your customer and easier for you to make a sale. You know, it's better to be proactive than to wait and hope for a repeat client. Hope is not a strategy. Clients may forget about making another purchase, but when reminders are automated, you never will. Now I'm going to talk about how to grow revenue by focusing on existing clients. One of the things that Brooklyn Music Factory did, they had opened in 2010, and they were doing lessons. They had 60 clients, but they were challenged with nurturing multi-year commitments to their business. They'd get people in for just a couple of classes, and that would be it. In summer 2013, they had 50 cancels. And then what they wound up doing was they understood that it would make sense just to focus on their great clients. And so what they did intentionally was drop the 130 clients that it was just too tough to continue to try to chase down. What wound up happening when they focused on just the 60 clients, they had a 400% revenue growth. So the point of this is that if you focus on your existing loyal clients, they'll do more business with you and they'll stay with you longer. That's what client loyalty is all about. So how then do you build client loyalty? Most clients aren't automatically loyal to a business after their first purchase. Loyalty has to be earned. And a great product or service is only a part of the equation. It takes effort to make clients happy and to make sure they stay that way. There's no one answer on what it takes to make clients loyal, but a lot of it comes down to customer service and communication. That's what clients told ClickFox. I mentioned them to you earlier in a survey that they did about what drives brand loyalty. So let me summarize for you what they found. When asked what makes you loyal to a brand, consumers responded, 88% of them responded quality makes me loyal. 72% said customer service makes me loyal. And 50% were loyal because of price. Notice how far down the list price was. It's really about quality and customer service. So what's the best way that a business can build exceptional loyalty with you? That's what they asked next. And the consumers responded, exceptional 24/7 service. Rewards for purchases. Getting feedback and referrals were high up there too, and exclusive or relevant offers and specials. So it's not always possible to offer personal service and communication to every client. I'm sure you'd agree. So client management software can be your stand-in, staying in touch with clients like you would if you had the time. So what it enables you to do is keep in touch, and not only at the times that you expect a client to buy. Did you know, by the way, that on average it takes 5 to 7 real touches to get someone to get to a stage where they're ready to buy from you? Here's another thing you should do. Aside from just staying in touch with regular communication, is ask for client feedback. Then you can ask for the cross-sell or upsell. And positive survey responses, they deserve action too. You can gain even more from happy clients when you ask them for referrals. And with client management software, a client who selected positive survey answers can be identified as a promoter of your business who will automatically receive referral requests. Then the third item is send a genuine thank you. Your most loyal clients do deserve special treatment. I'm sure you'd agree. Consider creating a loyalty club. It has very little cost. And you there too can use client management software to segment your best customers using factors like their spend with you or their engagement level with you. Show your appreciation to your members with exclusive offers, like a special discount or early access to a sale. What we do, we have something called the Preferred Client Club. And when someone signs up for a software package through us, like Constant Contact, for example, I know many of you know me for that. When they sign up through us, or they sign up for Keep through us, or Zoho, or anything else, we provide free special service. Not many people do that. So what if you could employ technology to reduce time and error while at the same time adding more benefit to your customers? How does that sound? Especially now, it's so tough to stay on top of everything, even though most of us are stuck at home now, or we're stuck working at our home office, or we're stuck on the phone. We seem to have less time to try to stay in touch with our clients, and yet this is the most important time to do it. So this is where automation can really help. Client management software really is automation, and that helps you to stay in touch with your clients at a time, by the way, when you really need to be doing that, because guess what? Other businesses are also trying to drum up some sales as well. So if you can do that automatically and not have to keep your fingers on a keyboard all day, wouldn't that be a great thing? So I've got a special offer for you. You can save $100 a month on this software. It's called Keep Pro SE. Keep is a company that used to be known as Infusionsoft. And if this is something of interest to you, this offer, by the way, is a one-day only offer. And it's month to month. You could cancel at any time. But this will give you the automation you need for email, for sending invoices, for scheduling meetings. It'll also give you a free phone number so that you can use your cell phone for your personal stuff, and it'll add a second number for you that's only for business. So take a picture of that URL that you see down at the bottom of the screen, and then go ahead and sign up. This expires at midnight tonight. Today is March 31, 2020. But here's another unique opportunity for you. You can schedule a personal demo with me, and you can see this system in action. It's a 30-minute consultation. You can see how it would work specifically for your business. This is something that's uniquely designed for small businesses. So you can schedule that appointment with me using this URL, take a picture of it or write it down, and we can go ahead and get that done for you. If you're not ready to spend any money, I totally understand that. So you can get a free trial of Keep. This is the client management software I've been referring to. All right, it's bit.ly/trykeep in all lowercase, and Keep is spelled K-E-A-P. That's not a typo. All right, so we've got time for Q&A. We reserved, a 30-minute slot here. I want to respect your time. We've got about 8 minutes till the top of the hour. So if you've got questions, let's go ahead and drop them in the Q&A box or the chat box. If you don't remember where they are, look down at the bottom of your screen. If you don't see that taskbar that I'm pointing to with the red arrow, move your mouse and that will reveal the black toolbar. And there you can find the Q&A, chat, and raise hand boxes. So if you're not sure what to do, if you're not very techy, I totally understand. We can coach you or we can do it for you. Our company is the Countess Group. We help you gain an unfair advantage over your competition. We are a full-service marketing consultancy. I mentioned we've got 40 people in our group. We've been in business. We're in our 20th year. So we're not going anywhere. You only stick around that long when you're able to provide great service for your clients. You can find me just about everywhere on the internet. Obviously, you found me with an email, or maybe you saw our promo on LinkedIn or YouTube or Pinterest or Facebook. But connect with me. On Facebook, our company page is facebook.com/the Countess Group. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. It's my name is what you type in, pretty simple. On Instagram, it's Ken Countess Marketing. Once again, we help you gain an unfair advantage over your competition. You can schedule a free 15-minute consultation with me if you'd like, no sales pitch, or you can give me a call and you can actually text that number too. So I know I went through a lot of stuff with you today in a short amount of time. Be sure you take time to absorb and practice the tools and strategies that I talked about. I hope you'll join me tomorrow, same place, same time, for another free event. Okay? Call if you have questions. Let's go to Q&A. And while we do that, if you'd like to sign up for another event, it's at thecountessgroup.com. That's where we've got all of them listed. We have an event every single day, weekends included, already scheduled through April 15th, and we'll probably extend that through the end of April. You know, this thing is going to be around with us for a long time, unfortunately. And so what I'm doing to help small businesses is I'm helping by providing these short trainings and long trainings too. Just sign up for them when you'd like to, okay? Hey, this is Ken Countess, and well, I do this every morning We do it on Zoom and stream it also on Facebook Live. If you have something you'd like me to cover, go ahead and send it in. Let me know what you'd like me to do for you. This is all in response to the pandemic. Businesses have been hurt. I want to help. So please join me tomorrow morning. Join the rest of the crowd. We'll see you then. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the Q&A. I got to get back in focus. There we go. And so let me check the Q&A. I'm looking around at a couple of other windows here. I've got 3 windows open at the same time, so things are popping up in different places. Looks like we've got no questions. Whoa, we just have people letting us know where they joined us from. So if you have not yet let me know where you're joining me from, go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and pop something in the Q&A or the chat box. Hey, our next event is tomorrow morning at 11:30 Eastern Time. Same place, same time. Playbacks will be made available. Visit thecountessgroup.com and go to the upcoming events tab. You'll find that under seminars and webinars, or simply go to thecountessgroup.com/upcoming-events. All right, let's see what we have. Anything else come in? We've got Tanya has joined us from Georgia. Welcome, Tanya. Wells says, thank you so much again. Awesome. Terrence is here from Ocala. Abby has a question. She says, if our business is closed due to COVID, should we continue to email clients or will that cause unsubscribes? That's an outstanding question, Abby. Thanks for asking it. And the answer is, yes, you should continue to email clients. Why? Because you want them to know that you're still in business. You want them to know you care about them as your clients. I don't know what kind of business you're in. Maybe you could pop that in the chat box. But this is a critically important time for you to keep that conversation going. The Spot and Jim both had to close. Understand? Yeah, this is the time to stay in touch with them. This is the time to give them some ideas on how to stay healthy. Give them some exercises that they can do. Maybe you want to schedule online live events. I'm using Zoom. I know a lot of people are using Zoom to conduct these live sessions. We've been doing them every day, and in fact, we use it not only for business, we use it for family too, to stay in touch. I will share with you that I did a call yesterday on Zoom with my cousins who are around the world, and it was just a matter of staying in touch, letting them know you're out there, letting them know you care. And so obviously a Spot or a Jim, those are people who, are very caring people, the people who own those types of businesses. Show your clients you care about them. Ask them to, ask you what you can do to help them. The more of a resource you are for them, the better you will be and better they will be. Because the reality is, everybody, that during this situation where it's not clear that you're still in business, if they don't know for sure that you're in business because you haven't been staying in touch with them, what will happen when the lockdowns are over? You're probably not the only Spot or Gym in your area. And even if you're a top tier type of place, or if you're someone who's in the middle tier price-wise is what I'm talking about, there are lots and lots of options, aren't there? You've got competitors. So stay ahead of your competitors. Make sure your clients know that you're there and you care. And this way, when all of this is over, whenever that turns out to be, they'll come back to you. And they'll care enough to give you great referrals because they probably have friends that are in the same boat and they're comparing notes with the people they love. And they're probably talking to each other about the kinds of services that are being offered by the people they had been doing business with. So yes, absolutely. Go ahead and stay in touch with them. Let's see, Eunice. Eunice says, excellent idea to contact my clients and keep showing interest in their health. Thank you. Great webinar. Eunice, thank you. I'm glad you got a lot out of it. I hope all of you will attend again tomorrow. I think that's it. We've cleared out the Q&A and chat. So thanks again, everybody. I'm glad you got a lot out of this. I hope you'll tell your friends about these short events that we're doing every single day, 7 days a week. It's a different topic every day. And if you check out our website, you'll see what the subjects are over the next several days. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.